Hello everyone, this is James Shore with another test-driven development video. Today is August 25th. I'm doing a marathon run with a lot of videos today, all focused on getting close to doing persistence. What I'm doing right now is making the File New menu work. So we have a File menu, it has a New button, and it actually creates a new window. That's where we left off. I'm pretty sure this is good. I need to do just a little exploratory testing to make sure that these are independent. So if I change, for example, if I change this value here to 10, that's the only one that changes. Great. And if I change this one to 10,011, that's all that changes. So, or 100,001, yeah, whatever. Yeah, this is still looking good. These are independent. If I close this one, oh, there's no way to close it. So need a window close. So we need to close the windows. Looks like the Mac is automatically switching between the windows for me, so I don't need to do anything about that. I could write tests around that, but that would be really complicated, so I'm not gonna do that since it's automatic behavior. That decision could bite me in the future, but I'll come back to that when I'm doing cross-platform behavior if that ever happens. I just don't think that's the most interesting thing to do on the video, so it's not a focus for me. So yeah, these seem pretty independent. That's good. So now, and the quit button still works. So now I need to check that the new windows are properly isolated from each other. I've done that, but I also need to write a test certain that they have separate model instances. That's something that I sort of just wrote when I wrote this new window method. I asserted that they were just going to get the same models, but I don't have to do that. In fact, I could give them the same model. That might be interesting. What would happen if I gave them the same model? Would they actually... Oh, it doesn't even work. Right, because that's static. Well, so just out of curiosity, oh, that's kind of cool. There's no way to give them the same model because new window doesn't take a parameter. So that's kind of nice. But I still want to test it, which is to say, so, I was going to say I want to test that they don't have the same instance. That would require me to make this variable public in some way, either through an access or a get method or just by making the variable public. That's pretty ugly that it is literally impossible right now for us to have the same, or for it to be not isolated. It takes some really convoluted code. So, I'm not going to test that. I don't think it's a problem I need to worry about. So what other things do I have on my to-do list? Oh yeah, over here, got the new menu item. I guess I could just promote all of these to being fields. Let's see, do I want to do that? I think so. There's probably an automatic way of doing this, but I don't know what it is, and I think it's going to be just as quick for me to do it manually. The way we do that is like so, I think. Test should still pass. No, tests do not pass. Oh, right, I have to get rid of these. Alright, Gandalf, go away. You shall pass. Great. Now, that's there. And here, don't need this. I don't need this. Don't even think I need this. Well, that actually I might as well keep. But I don't need this. Should still pass. It does. Great. So let's see. We're cleared up. Interesting. I'm not sure what this is about. I'm not going to worry about it for right now. So maybe have to do with the fact that I'm not running the swing tests on the swing dispatch thread like I should be, which is on my list of things to fix. It's just not high priority because it's been working all this time. So I am making my life slightly more difficult every time I add a swing test that doesn't run on the dispatch thread, because eventually I'm going to have to go through and fix that. But I'm hoping I can use this rule idea. It's just so dull and not interesting and not relevant to adding features, which is how you get technical debt, by the way, is when you're more interested in adding features than making the code right. So slap on the wrist for me, or punch in the face. Don't let yourself have dirty code, but you know what, we'll do it anyway sometimes. Just don't do it too much. All right, so now we need a close menu item. We've got the new menu item. Now let's go ahead and add the close menu item just for fun. Let's make this, should have file menu. Well, let's see. Yeah. That's the new menu item. Now we're going to add the close menu item. There's probably going to be an opportunity for refactoring on this. Create menu. Technically, I want to do this step by step. Expected to was 1 because I'm not adding it. All right. And now I want to I don't have a close menu item instanced yet, but I will. That should fail because there's no close. And now we're going to make it pass, like so. There we go. That flashing is bugging me a little bit, so I'm going to have tear down hide the frame. It's still going to be existence, but at least it won't be showing. There. And that's happening so quickly, it's not I don't think it's ever showing up on the screen. So now what? It's closing. I guess now we need it to actually close. Now this is a bit tricky because what we need that close to do is actually dispose of the frame. As far as I can tell, there is no way to test that because it is non-deterministic. It depends on the frame actually disappearing, depends on the garbage collector. The best we can do is assert that it isn't visible. So I'm just going to make a note. Technically, it should dispose the frame, but there's no way to test that as far as I know. What we can do is, again, start with a frame count. Start with a frame count. Do the click on the close window. And then say, if frame count, the new frame count equals frame count minus 1, or, so let's call that, let's inline that, that's, let's call it, if, what are we doing there, if frame disposed or frame hidden, then we pass. So we want to assert true that the frame was disposed or frame hidden. Frame should have been disposed. That's what we're going to say, but the reality is that we have to check to see if it's hidden. No, not set visible. Come on, Eclipse. It's catching up. Get visible. Telling me there's no get visible? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. There's a set visible. Is displayable might be a suitable counterpoint to this. Let's take a look. Let's see, is displayable, says when it's connected. Well, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. There we go. Let's see, and we'll call that is displayable. So we're asserting that the frame has either been disposed or it is not displayable. That reads pretty nicely, I think. Or not is displayable. That should fail. Oh, but it doesn't. Whew. Okay, why not? Why not? Well, I'm not sure, but that's all the time we have for this episode, so that's where we'll pick up next time. Thanks everybody for watching. I will catch you next time.